Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with junior Gabby Kogler. She is a midfielder on the Menlo School soccer team. They had just won 3 games last week. She's an integral part of both the offense and the defense as a midfielder, of course, and they won 3 times, as I said, and they're in first place in the West Bay Athletic League. She's our Athlete of the Week as a result, and we can just start with kind of those 3 games and what they meant to the team and you.
Right. I think the games we played were super fun. It's great to come away with 3 wins, especially after we had a very rough, to say the least, preseason. And I just think this year in particular, we have such a great team dynamic. And I don't think it's just like individual players that are helping us with these victories, but I think it's our team dynamic as a whole. But yeah, I think the 3 games were super fun once again, and just such a great way to start what I think will be a really great season.
So obviously it's a team game, but the midfielder kind of plays a transition between offense and defense. Kind of just talk about the position and what it means.
Right. I think center midfield is a lot of running around. Obviously, I think it's one of the positions that goes unnoticed a lot of the time because you're not the forward who's scoring the goals or laying off the assists, and you're not making these breathtaking defensive plays, stopping goals and such. But I think, like you said, the midfield is very integral just for the team dynamic, to have a person who's able to connect passes through the midfield, really set up opportunities. Because even if there's no goals or no real success plays, just to have that advancement in the offensive line and even in the defense to be able to track back and help with defensive strategy. It's super important, and it's really fun for me to be able to like dribble and pass and really just run around all over the field.
Right. Now, I get the feeling that you'd like to be active because I know you've run cross country before, you've run track and field, you've played soccer, and you have also skied at a pretty high level. Was that just a weekend sport, or how did that all fit in?
I mean, last year, if you look at my transcript, I had over 80 class absences. So I would miss 1 to 2 to 3 weeks of school at a time for these competitions. That would be anywhere from like Idaho to Vermont. And it really consumed my life in a way. It's just a whole different world than Menlo. And I think it was ultimately worth it, even though it did significantly impact like my academic studies. I think overall it was just a necessary experience and one that I completely don't regret.
Oh, absolutely. And there was somebody else, I think, from the area that you were skiing with that lives up there now, and is still a full-time skier, I guess.
Oh yeah, his name is Tegan. He and I are actually really close friends, and he went to Corte Madera for elementary school, so he's local. But yeah, it's really nice to have someone who resonates with the situation and lives locally.
Right. Now, I'm sure that you're not going to give up skiing altogether. It'll be kind of a...
No, of course not.
It'll be one of those just fun to do things. So getting back to soccer, though, Menlo has a significant history in soccer, and again, it's playing pretty good schedule. And you just Sacred Heart Prep won the CCS last year, and I think Menlo came in second, or they won.
Menlo won.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
Division II or Division I. Okay, that's right. So it's always a big sport. So beating Sacred Heart Prep obviously is key, and Mercy Burlingame, of course, the league game, and then the Bishops, which knocked off Woodside the previous day, and Woodside, of course, is one of the great teams in our area. So, I mean, what does it mean to Menlo soccer? Just how important it is for the whole school and for you guys?
Right. I think especially the Sacred Heart victory, it's a sense of school pride and school spirit. We actually haven't beat Sacred Heart in over a year, even with, I'm sure a lot of people know Sophie Jones. She was like a key member of our midfield. She plays at Duke University now. Even with her, we came away with 2 ties, which was actually devastating. One of them was on our senior day. But being able to win and actually come from that game with an assist for a key goal, it's just so satisfying, and also really nice to have the school backing that win. And yeah, the other games too. Bishops was a really hard game, and we had to fight through that without some of our key players. Carly Retterer and Tibby Corcoran, they both injured themselves in the game against Mercy. So we had to actually play without them. But somehow we managed to score and win that game. It was great.
Great. And I just realized there was also one year where Menlo and Sacred Heart Prep tied for the CCS title.
Yeah.
So it's a great rivalry there, of course. Friendly, I'm sure. And just looking ahead, every time you sit down, maybe before the season, you're thinking, okay, we're good enough to do this, we're good enough to do that. Do you set goals specifically?
Yeah, so every year before the season starts, our senior captains, we have a meeting in which we write all our goals on the whiteboard. And one of them, we have like simple goals and we have like bigger goals. And then I think last year we had the goal of winning CCS, which was, it was like a big goal, not so much like this definitive goal that we were going to achieve, but somehow we did it, and we won league and CCS. And I think this year it's looking actually good too. We put the same goals up there just to win. I think our first goal was to beat Sacred Heart, and we did that. So we already have accomplished one of our main goals.
Great. So we've been talking to Gabby Kogler. She is our Athlete of the Week this week, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.